well, I'm not gonna go far ahead and say it's gonna be on Mario's favor, it's gonna be on Snake favor because I'll probably don't know what I'm talking about on that specific thing. But that's still something that you gotta take in account if you're playing against a Mario, of course.
Yeah, yeah, and I think also what is going to be important is how IQ uses the grenades either to start its offensive or use it defensively against the Mario combos that they are going to keep him in the air, and the grenade might help them to interrupt them. But we're now in starting into Pokemon Stadium 2. We got IQ from Guadalajara, Dark Wizzy from the United States. Let's go, Fear.
It's gonna be game number one once again on Pokemon Stadium 2. It's the all-time top player favorite, one of the most neutral stages that you ever have to offer. And Darkwiz already going for the ladders, taking EQ all the way to 96%, 106%. It's a stock. The fact that he just broke out of the cipher, that was just more than enough for Darkwiz to take on the first stock against IQ.
And as I was saying, those Mario combos that are going to take Snake into the air and maybe make IQ guess a little bit into the projectiles. He might want to keep a grenade near him to stop Dark Wizzy to keep going with the uppers and the backers.
Yeah, and one thing that I just noticed, the fact that Arwisi actually went for the cave afterwards, that IQ went for the drag down neutrally into the grab. He just took a reverse on IQ, and I haven't ever seen the cave used as a burst option. That worked quite well, and it's currently being quite dominantly on Darkwish's side of the match.
And Wizzy was going there for the fair, trying to close the fair's match with a huge authority punch there. Starting with the right footing. Now Dark Wizzy taking control of the center stage. IQ looking to take at least the first stock from Dark Wizzy. There you go. We got the C4 already planted. Let's see that we got the the ladders. Oh my God! I saw it. That was close.
Yeah, that was close. He didn't go for the up air. He didn't go for the up air. He just overextended it with the back air. Just going for the same, like the same damage. At the very end of the day, you still have to not lead on your opponent. So you really have to need to overcommit yourself that may take on that thing that you already have on the wall, right?
And there you go. We got Wizzy going for those backers, having IQ there in the corner, going for the risky fair. Yes, he got it. He won that spike and he went for it. IQ starting having a lot of trouble trying to keep Mario in line and well suffering a lot in the air with those backers from their Wizzy.
Specifically within the disadvantage. Like, so
Yeah.
we saw that IQ may have the right idea of how to handle Wisi within the neutral, but whenever he was taking a step back outside of the blast and outside of the station, the disadvantage, Dark Wisi was prepared to either counter or react to all the options that IQ was trying to get on back into the stage, right?
Yeah, and Wizzy was moving quite well all around the grenades and the explosives from Snake, taking and going for his game plan, not worrying a lot about the grenades, and that kept IQ Snake like a step before Dark Wizzy, you know, trying to keep up with Dark Wizzy and not being able to. And there you go, we go Dark Wizzy with those uppers, then following with the backer, again the backer to keep the center stage. Let's see if he can close the forward smash there
That
in
was
the
start for
center
forward
stage.
smash. The flood comes in and he gets the cave even afterwards. Even after IQ canceled that cipher to get back into the stage and went for the air dodge, the cave was just prepared to counter that snake. And sadly, that's exactly the kind of issues that you gotta confront when you're playing Mario as a character, as your adversary.
My God, Dark Wizzy is completely into this game, not letting IQ got any chance to respond to any of his game plan, not letting him have any space, any time to think about it. He's now going really up, avoiding Dark Wizzy's space. Then again, Wizzy maintaining the control of the corner, maintaining the advantage. IQ cannot touch the ground, at least for quite a time. He got the C4 and gets the first stock from Dark Wizzy.
Okay, that's a 2-2 stock situation. It's quite even on the stocks, but sadly not on the percent. It's still 91 sitting duck on IQ's side. He goes for the high recovery, but how's that gonna pay off? Sadly, it's not. You're gonna be intervened and inter-prepared by that down there that's gonna reach you all the way to the heat of the whole blast on roof.
And now IQ with a whole stock deficit and see what he can do going for that upper in the platform. Then the up smash to maintain and keep the 88% now into the Wizzy, but Wizzy going for those upper, trying to get the ladder from the platform. IQ will not let him. Wizzy avoiding all of the explosives. Goes again for the fair close. Let's go. We got the water stalling,
That's
and he will not
it.
come back. It's 2-0 in favor of the Wizzy.
Sadly, I'm not entirely sure if IQ went for a fastball after he was received by the flood. I mean, um, once again, taking back the point that we first introduced within this matchup, I don't have the numbers, right? I don't have the
The
whole knowledge.
calculation.
Yeah, the calculation. I don't have the whole papers to explain the true intricacies of this specific matchup in order to say, oh, okay, Mario wins. Oh, okay, Snake wins. But he's struggling.
Yeah.
We gotta talk in real. We gotta be real with y'all. He's struggling a little bit to get into Darkwood Summit, specifically within the edge guard aspect of this whole matchup. Whenever IQ is outside of the stage, he's conditioned either I go up and either you receive me with a flood, with a forwarder, or with a cave, or I go down and you still keep me within your ledge trap situation, right? So that's an unfortunate SD that comes from Dark Wizzy within the first 20 seconds of the third match, but is still sitting on the third match of the game on his favor.
And he was trying to go from that really, really far up ladder. He will not get it. The drone from IQ is going to help him avoid that punish. Then the flood again, giving Dark Wizzy the control of the stage. And as you said, IQ is not being able to set up his game plan. He's always trying to run away, being safe, mainly focusing being safe, mainly focusing the defense, and Dark Wizzy completely bursting into his face every time.
Okay, but the Cypher is back online and Dark Wizzy just trying to fish for the backer. He doesn't handle or manage to land anything, but there's still an opening, a window in order for Dark Wizzy to receive him with a forward smash. That's a tactic situation that leads to down there. Once again, the up smash trying to condition Dark Wizzy into taking an aggressive option, and as far as we can tell, IQ's adapting to what Dark Wizzy has to offer in this matchup.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid what Dark Wizzy is trying to find. There you go. He gets to interrupt those follow-ups from Dark Wizzy, maintaining a line of explosives, punishing and getting some damage into Dark Wizzy, going for the dash attack and keeping his advantage of a one whole stock. He is going really, really up, trying to avoid those downers, getting to Wizzy for another 20%. He's going to try to get the most damage possible in this second stock.
Yes, it's already 120% against 38 Dark Wizards and the last stock of this third game. And even though, as you can tell, IQ is on the leading side of this match specifically, I wouldn't exactly say that he's got the stage control, right? I mean, talking of a perspective, as a commentator, as an analyst, he is still being kept at bay by all that Dark Wizard has to offer and all the aerials that he's using against IQ to wall him out. So even if you are winning on percentage, even if you're winning on the stock, the fact that you don't have the stage control means that you're respecting your opponent a little bit more than you should.
Yeah, he's like getting used to being in the corner.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to play here the whole time, well, I might get comfortable. But still not getting too close. This third match, going for that backer against the cape. It seems at the end for IQ, but we'll see. 63% for him, 100 for Darwisi. An up tilt might do the work for IQ, but Darwisi will not let him touch the ground and be safe enough to think about it.
Yeah, and another cipher that comes in from IQ. He's don't got any cipher any longer. He's got to commit to the air dodge, and that's exactly all she wrote. The fact that he goes for those eager obbies, eager ciphers, it just puts him in a position where he doesn't have any more options, any more resources, rather than just go for the air dodge. And Dark Witch is always prepared to contest them, to answer them. He's always prepared to just being able to react to them and